Oh, hello there, guys. Welcome back. What we're going to do now, we're going to start working on the second stage, which is actually bringing that information inside and then inside Maya so we can recreate the digital camera. So what do we need for this? So first of all, obviously we need a camera. So we're going to go here into create camera, and we just create a simple camera. Okay. You can scale the camera if you want. The camera, in Maya, particularly when you scale the camera, doesn't make any difference in terms of the image size or anything like that. This is only an icon representation of what the camera looks like in the viewport. Doesn't make any difference. So it's up to you. You're gonna keep it the same size or whatever. So I'm gonna do is just gonna keep it there, okay? And the first thing we need to do is just first I'm gonna set up the same resolution that I have in the original image. I'm gonna use it for creating the same rendering setting here. So what I do is I'm gonna go into the original image, which is here, and I'm just gonna open the JPEG, or just gonna right click here, I say properties, details, and then I'm gonna type this information into the dimension of the render. So I'm gonna put it here next to my other screen so I can have a look at that while I do that. So I'm gonna go here into this button, which are the render settings, okay? And I'm just gonna, at the moment it's Arnold, but don't worry, we're gonna switch it to render mount later on. So so next, what do we do next? So next thing we have to do is we have to set up those settings here. So we're gonna go here into the image size and the presets. You have some sort of useful preset, but you can actually create your own. So if you put here or whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you start typing here, it will go automatically here into custom. So the width is gonna be the first number, which is 3872. For my image in particular, for your image might be different, guys. 2592, okay. So 3872 and 2592. That's correct. So when we do that, this is going to be our rendering image setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into actually look through the camera. So there's two ways to do that in Maya. So you can select the camera and then say look through selected, or you can just go without selecting the camera. You can just go into here, perspective, camera 1, and you're actually looking through the camera. You can see you are looking through camera 1 on the Z direction. So here I'm just going to rename this. I'm going to call this render cam. Okay, render cam. That's it. Okay. So I'm just gonna, you can use the camera just as you were manipulating the viewport inside Maya with the perspective, the default one. So you can do the same things, and then you can just pretty much go in the same position, and you will have this. Now we need a guideline in order for us to sort of match the resolution, okay, or match the actual camera angle of the picture. So what we're going to do is, for that we need a little bit of a visual aid here. So if you go here into view, go into camera settings, and then here into resolution gate, you can click the button here if you want. It's the same. You will show here that this is the stuff that's going to be rendered. The rest of the gray area is going to be discarded. So it doesn't matter if you put stuff in here, it will not be rendered because this is what the camera see at the moment. But we need to do a few changes with the sensor side and things like that. So first thing we need as well, the next thing is just to, I'm gonna select the camera, like this button here, and I'm gonna go into the attribute editor, and then here I'm gonna input the information that we talked about at the beginning. So according to the original JPEG image, this camera was done using a Nikon D200 and a focal length of 24mm. So I'm gonna close that for now. I'm gonna just move it to the other side for now, actually. And then here I'm gonna go into focal length, and you just type 24 for now. Okay, but we need to input this information, the sensor size. It's called here a camera aperture. You can either, you find information in inches, it's great. If not in millimeter, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do it works. So like I said, I shot this with a Canon D200. So this is gonna do just good old Google. I'm gonna type here my other screen. I'm gonna type here Nikon D200, and I type sensor size. Okay. And here, if you appear straight away, you can see that this guy give me the the dimension straight away, okay, because it's a very popular camera. So I'm just gonna put it in the other screen. So I'm gonna do it pretty much just going back to this. The first number is the width, and the other one is the height. Okay, so put it there. I'm going to go into the camera selector here, and that information was given to me in millimeters. Okay, so I'm going to type in this box. These boxes are linked, so if you put the box here, it will automatically convert it here to inches. So the width of this camera sensor is 23.6. Okay, See how the image changes here because it's looking at something differently. The focal length changes. So, and here is 15.8. Okay, and that's it. That's all you had to do. Once you have these two pieces of information, you are good to go. So what do we do next? So we have the camera, we have the focal length, we have the right dimensions to match the original file that we took with the camera. And now we have the focal length, we have the sensor side. Now we need to have a little bit of a guideline artistically so we can sort of arrange the camera to match the angle of what we shot. Okay, so what we're gonna do is gonna go in View, Image Plane, and you hit the button Import Image. Now this automatically, if you have set up the project correctly, this automatically will take you to source images, where I particularly put my images in there. So I have that JPEG here, and I'm gonna do is, this is the original JPEG, so it will have all that overcasting thing, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna use this image only for arranging the angle of the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna hit Open. Okay, and you can see the camera is automatically here. This is all automatically attached to it. No. So if you select the camera here, you can see the image plane here, or the image plane shape here. You can hit this button. If you don't see that this thing matches exactly, it's because either you put the wrong settings of the camera sensor, or you just need to put the hit this button, Fit to Film Scale, and it will fit here automatically. If by some reason you don't see this, or you don't see the object that you're going to put in the screen, it means that this number is too low, it's too high. For example, if I put this to 10 or 2, you can see that the grid disappear, and the reason for that, you can see that the image is going to be put in front of the grid. So if you find that this one is, it will always depend on the settings you have in the camera, how you set up things, and the measurement, the unit that you're using. So I think 100 is okay for me. You can see that I put a 100 Maya units behind. So this one here will not make any difference where you put it. You will only put it behind so if you can not see your objects, because that's just the way for you to help you arrange things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here into the render cam again, and this is what I see. So the first thing that I would do is probably here just rearrange the camera to sort of match the floor with the grid. Okay, sort of like that. Okay, you want to spend more time on this. I'm pretty sure I've shown you all that already. So you do that, and then what you do is you just bring a box, you put it on top, and you sort of align it to match this the table that we're having here. Okay, so that would be the next thing we need to do. So I'm just gonna go and open the file because I think I already got it there. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and put I think it's this one. I'm gonna open now. I'm not gonna save this. And this is pretty much what I had there. You can see there. You see, I did exactly the same, render cam, and I put a box right there, and I rescale it to match sort of like the shape of the camera. One thing as well that you can do to improve or to make sure that you're not gonna lose information is that if for some reason you are working on here like this, and you move the camera and say, oh my god, I forgot to say the camera location. One nifty thing to do is just create a bookmark. So what you have to do is with the camera selected, you go into Bookmark and you hit the button Edit Bookmark, and you create a new bookmark. You get here new bookmark, new bookmark here, and then automatically create an entry one here. So I already have mine already, so I'm not gonna create a new one. So once you do that, you will have an entry here that says camera view 1, 2, 3, or how many you want. So you already have one saved. So I click that, you see, I can lose I might lose it again, but as soon as I go here, I can just go into camera view, and then it will automatically snap back. It pretty much is it saves the camera location in that space at that particular time, and then you can just store it, and then automatically takes you there. Yeah. Other way to do it is you select the camera and perhaps press S, and this keyframe, you press a keyframe. So if you move the camera to another place, as long as you're going back to that frame, you automatically snap it back in. So that's another way of doing it. But I prefer the bookmark, so I'm just gonna break this connection for now. Okay. So this is it, guys. So this is pretty much what we have to do. Just create a camera. This is what we did. We created a camera. We input the information that we needed from the original JPEG. We found the information on the sensor side of that particular camera. We input that into the respective boxes that it has in the camera. Then we align the camera to match roughly the floor of the environment. And then we created a box to mimic the table, because we need that box in order to capture shadows from the original CG that we're going to put in there, so we can integrate that things better in real in compositing. Okay, that's it for now, guys. So thank you very much. I'll see you in the next chapter when we're going to start putting stuff together inside Maya together with the RenderMan. Okay, all right, thank you very much. See you around. Bye bye.